Hi, this is Maarten from the Bingo Players from Holland, and you're listening to my boys from London, Evo and RST.
Good morning to you, Maarten from the Bingo Players. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, and you, man?
Very well, thanks. Now, where in the world are you guys?
I'm in Holland, man, at the moment, so yeah, I'm just home in the studio, working on some new tracks.
Okay, cool. Well, just before we speak about anything new, Maarten, can you tell me how the Bingo Players got into house music?
Well, actually, Paul and I met, he's the other guy from the Bingo Players. We met like a few years ago. We were already friends, but yeah, we really got into house music, and we started producing on the name Bingo Players in 2006. And yeah, we really got into it, and things really took off in 2008 when we did a collaboration with Chocolate Puma, because they were also friends of us, and yeah, that's how it started a bit, you know. So.
Okay, well, did it stem from hip hop like it did with the other Dutch DJs?
No, we're into hip hop also, but it's not like we started producing hip hop or stuff like that. No, we really club heads all the time. So yeah, and we started producing with the feeling we had when we go out, you know, and at all the parties, and yeah, we just this is crazy, man, this music. So that's how we got inspired and motivated us to produce house music.
Great, well thanks for clearing that up, Maarten. Now, as you four mentioned, your work with Chocolate Puma caused quite a stir, as did your revamp of Devotion of late. Can you describe your actual production style for us?
Yeah, well, we don't like really give it the name to it, you know. It's sometimes you make electro kind of stuff, and sometimes you make it more housey, and sometimes a bit techy. We like to blend all kinds of styles together, you know, as long as it's energetic and acceptable for many people, you know. We don't like to make it too freaky or too underground, you know. Just keep it a bit safe. Yeah, we don't sit down at the computer and think, okay, now we're gonna make a housey track, or we're gonna make an electro track, you know. It's like we fiddle around with some of the synths and with some beats and think, oh, this is great, you know. And sometimes it goes like the housey direction, or sometimes it goes a bit the electro. But yeah, if you want to call it, it's a blend of electro, house, jacking, techie stuff, you know. As long as we like it, we make it, you know. We don't like to label it.
Well, we're certainly loving it, Maarten. Now, off the back of the massive productions, you've now got a jam-packed DJ schedule playing everywhere from Melbourne to Middlesbrough. How are you finding the time to produce?
Well, actually, it's the time we have for producing is starting to become less now, so that's a shame. But we try to take a laptop with us during our tour, so we can make music on hotel rooms if we have like energy for it, because when we're done playing, we're always tired. So we'll see how we can fit producing in our tight schedule. But yeah, we will never give that up, because yeah, we're in the first place we're producers, in the second place we are DJs, because it all starts with producing, and it's the thing we love the most. So yeah, it's hard to keep up with productions, but you have to do it nowadays, you know. Everybody who wants to play a DJ set has to have his own tracks in, because you can't make it without any productions. Only a few can, but in our case, we definitely have to produce the next couple of years to keep in the picture, you know.
So you've got to keep on producing then?
We'll do our best. We'll do our best, man.
Okay, so keeping you in the studio, who would you most like to work with that you haven't done so already?
Oh, on our wish list. Oh man, we have a big wish list. You just dreaming, okay? So we would love to do something with Daft Punk,
cool.
For instance, you know. But these guys are so big, it wouldn't be possible, I think. But it would be great. It would also really cool to work with some pop or hip hop artists from the US. It would be cool too. Or with a rock singers on tracks, you know, like Chester did in the Dark. It was a kind of a rocky track, but very dance influenced. That's great stuff, you know. So we would like to do something like that in the future.
Okay, sounds great. We hope it comes into fusion. Now, what's forthcoming from the Bingo Players?
Okay, Recently we released When I Dip. It's a new original track from us, which did really well on Beatport. Today, our remix of David Guetta, Memories, has been released. It's an official remix, so we're really happy with it. Starting our own label in the second half of this year, and we're really doing a lot of new tracks, maybe some new collaborations together with Todd and Starkiller is on our schedule. We're not having any tracks ready yet, but we're thinking of working with them. Also, we have done a remix for Fedde Brown's New Life, which will be coming out really soon in, I think, end of April, beginning of May. So that's what's done, and we'll see what new tracks will be signed. So a lot of things coming up. Okay. I'm not so sure about release date yet and which label, so we're looking for some new stuff. So.
Okay, great. We look forward to hearing the new stuff. Now, just quickly, Maarten, do all you Dutch guys go to the same mastering house?
No, actually we do the mastering ourselves, so we keep it in the studio and we never send it to a mastering studio or to somebody else who can do it for us, because we like to be in control. Sometimes a label asks, should we master the track for you, and we're like, no, just keep it that way, like we made it, so we are sure it will sound in the clubs as we wanted to, so no, we don't use anybody for that, so.
Well, you definitely got your game down, because they certainly sound huge in the clubs, Maarten.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, now taking you away from that whole glamorous lifestyle, jet-setting around the world and pushing buttons in the studios, is it all really about a game of bingo?
We used to with our grandmothers. No, that's not true. The other name Bingo Players was because a friend of us on Amazon Messenger had his nickname Bingo Player. And we thought it was a funny name, so when we had to come up with a name for our duo, we was like, what should we do? And I saw his name on Amazon Messenger. I was like, okay, Bingo Players, that's kind of freaky, it's kind of gimmicky. So we asked our friends, and we said, well, what do you think of the name Bingo Players? And they said, like, that's a cool name. It really is a unique name, and so we kept it. We're still not sure if we should use it, but if now it's like, everybody knows about that name, so we keep it.
And no going back, Bingo Players for life. Now, do you have a message here for your fans here in the UK, Maarten?
Yeah, we really want to thank the UK crowd for always coming out and having that massive UK energy, People in the UK are crazy. They're always jam-packed in the underground, Most UK clubs are a bit gritty, a bit underground, a bit dark, but people are always like giving that massive sweaty energy, you know what I mean? It's always crazy, they're wasted, it's crazy, so big love to all the UK fans out there.
Respect to you indeed, Maarten. Now, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, Maarten from the Bingo Players, and we look forward to working in the studio with you soon.
Yeah, thank you, it was my pleasure, and we'll see you soon somewhere.
www.evo and RST.com